Good morning and welcome to Yoga with Maria. I hope you're all well. It's lovely to see all your faces on the Zoom, so thanks for showing your faces on there. So just make sure you've got a nice clear space, as clear a space as possible, wherever you're doing your practice this morning. And also if you've got any injuries, to be really mindful of them. Just sit back, take it easy, listen to your body. You can always adapt a move. So if you feel that you need to do something more on one side than the other, then, listen to your body, kind of be your own teacher, really. You know your bodies and, you're living in them every day. And unfortunately, I can't be physically near you, to kind of see or assess that. So you have to use your own amazing integrity. Just be super mindful of your injuries and of your body. Look after yourselves. Let's begin by bringing ourselves in a nice, comfortable, seated position and close our eyes. So let's just take a few moments just for ourselves. Just tuning in to our bodies and allowing our thoughts to be directed into ourselves. So allowing your spine to lengthen, allow the neck to lengthen and the shoulders to drop. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And this morning, let's just have a little think about something that you've achieved this week that you feel pretty proud of. Doesn't have to be anything major. Perhaps you made a cake or cooked a nice meal. Or maybe you did something nice for yourself or gave someone a compliment. So just try to think of one thing that you are proud of from this week. It's very easy for us to remember and recall things that we haven't done, we could have done, should have done. Very easy for our minds to wander in the negative direction. We often forget to praise ourselves for all the amazing things that we can achieve in a day. And like I said, they don't have to be anything big. The small things add up. So just think of that thing that you're proud of from this week. And inwardly tell yourself, well done. I'm amazing. Great. And just keeping your eyes closed. Let's inhale, take our arms up towards the ceiling, bring the palms together, and then exhale, bring them down towards your heart center. And again, inhaling the arms up. Bring the palms together. Exhale, bring them down towards your heart center. And one more time, inhaling the arms up. Arms together. Exhale, let them rest at your heart center. And we'll begin our class on an Om. Inhaling through the nose. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Namaste. Enjoy your practice this morning. Be kind to yourselves. Let's start by doing a little bit of breathing. So let's bring one hand on our chest, one hand on our belly. Allow those shoulders to relax. You can close your eyes if you like. And let's just bring that focus into nasal breathing, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And just feeling that belly rising and falling into your hand. Just see if you can slow your breath down, even if it's just a fraction. See if you're able to make your breath a little lighter, quieter. Great, and just releasing the hands. And just see as you go through your practice this morning if you can bring that subtle breathing into your poses. If you feel that you're starting to breathe a bit heavy, just see if you can make that breath a little lighter. Great, let's just bring some movement into the shoulders. So you're inhaling, bringing the shoulders up, and then exhale, taking them back. And again, see if you can make this movement really big, so it's really concentrated in the shoulders. And then just taking that rotation forward. Nice. And then let's just take that into the chest, inhaling, bringing the chest forward, and then exhale, taking the chin towards the chest. And then just bringing that to a stillness. Let's just get ourselves into our squat position. So again, if your heels don't reach the floor, then just roll the edge of your mat up, or just put a towel or a jumper underneath your heels. Just pressing the elbows on the inside, kind of pushing those legs out. Great. And then from here, just see if you can sort of imagine you're being zipped up. So squeeze your pelvic floor muscles, squeeze the glutes, lengthen the spine, press that belly in towards the spine, lengthen the neck, and breathe. Really squeeze the pelvic floor and the glutes just to kind of see what difference that makes. Really nice. And then let's take the left hand on the right ankle and let's just stretch open that arm this morning. Taking the hand up towards the ceiling and bringing it back in towards the chest. And then over to the side, taking the right hand on the left ankle, and then raising the left arm up towards the ceiling, and then bringing it back in towards your heart center. Great. And then let's just take our hands behind us. You've got two choices. You can keep your bum on the floor or you can raise it. And then we're just going to bring the knees in and then the other one. And so we're just sort of stretching out the lower back and the hips just in a different way. Great. And then bringing yourself back into your squat. You've got choices. You can either just take the hands on the back of the ankles, or if you want, you can take your palms underneath the soles of the feet. And then from here, you're just going to stand up. And then sit back down. Nice, yeah. So don't worry about trying to get the legs necessarily straight. Just kind of whatever feels nice without putting too much strain. And when you come back into that squat position, again, just see if you can take that moment to lengthen the spine, lengthen the neck. Nice. And then from here, just releasing the hands. You can stay in the squat if you like, or you can start to have a little play around with walking out into your plank position. And don't feel that you have to just stay going backwards and forwards. And then have a little play in the space that you've got. So perhaps walking out into a diagonal, taking your hand off for a moment. Maybe you want to take a foot off as well. You're just kind of playing around, and each time you return to that squat, again, see if you can lengthen that spine. Lengthen that neck. And perhaps you want to go behind. Raise the hips up again. Lift a hand off. Just kind of playing around with the space. And just a few more moments. And just wherever you are, just walking yourself out into your tabletop. Planting the hands, just allowing that breath to settle. Pressing the knuckles into the floor, just checking the knees or hip width distance. And then inhaling, taking the gaze towards the ceiling. And then exhale, taking the chin in towards the chest. And just doing a few of these cat-cows. And then you can just free that movement up. Just really get into that spine. Sit back on your heels. Swim through the elbows. Take a little look at your tailbone. And then allow that movement to come to a stillness. And let's just take the right hand up towards the ceiling. Thread the arm underneath the left and just bring that ear down towards the floor. And for a little thread the needle. And then bring it back up, doing it on the other side, so raising the left arm up, bringing that arm underneath, in the left ear towards the floor. Great. Sitting back up. And let's just do a little knee raise. So just pressing the backs of the feet into the floor. Just lift the knees up. Just a little bit. Draw the belly in towards the spine. Breathe in and out through the nose. So you're really starting to engage that core muscle in the belly. Fabulous. Release the knees. Tuck the toes. Walk yourself back into your ragdoll. Allow your head to be nice and heavy. Nice deep bend in the knees if you need. Maybe you want to just do a few twists. Maybe you just want to Just hang there. Either way, just give that head a little nod. Give it a little shake. And then slowly bring yourself up to standing through your spine, vertebra by vertebra. And allow that head to be the last thing that pops on top. Great. Flicky ankles there from me. So just, give yourself a little massage on your feet. Perhaps just twist the ankles round a little bit. Press the tops of the toes into the floor to stretch out the top of the foot. And then just make your way to the front of the mat. Allow enough space behind you. And just come into your mountain pose. Your toes touching, your heels slightly apart. Lengthen the spine. Let's engage these powerful bum muscles, your glutes. Pressing the belly in towards the spine, chest open, shoulders back. And you can have a little smile. We'll go for a sun salutation. So let's inhale, take the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, swan dive, nose to knee. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant those hands where you want them, shoulder width apart. Spread the fingers, step back into your plank. Bring that weight forward, squeeze the glutes. You bring the bum down. Nice. Take those knees down if you need to. Keep the elbows tucked. Chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Tuck in the toes. Exhale, down dog. Just check that your feet are hip width distance. Perhaps you want to have a little twist of the hips. Or a little walk through the feet. Spreading the fingers, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And then let's take the gaze towards the fingers. Step your feet towards your hands, halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, release. Toes touching, heels slightly apart, shoulders back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive, nose to knee. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back into your plank. Knees down if you need to, chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Tuck the toes, exhale, down dog. Again, move your feet hip width distance apart if they're not. Pressing those heels towards the floor. Squeeze the belly towards the spine. Gaze towards the belly button. Lovely. Inhale, take your gaze towards your hands, step or jump your feet towards your hands, halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, release. Let's go straight in for another one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant those hands, step or jump back. Knees down if you need, chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Tuck the toes, exhale, down dog. Press the heels back, spread the fingers. Squeeze the glutes. Squeeze your pelvic floor, that mula bandha. Inhale, gaze towards your hands, step or jump your feet towards your hands, halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, release. Again, let's just bring ourselves into our mountain pose. Toes touching, heels slightly apart, just get your breath back. Nice and strong and grounded. Let's inhale. Exhale, bend. Keep those knees together, squeeze those glutes, arms out into your chair pose. Beautiful. Keep the shoulders down, Really nice. And then let's take the nose towards the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back into your plank. Knees down if you need, chest down, chin down. Inhale, up dog. Tuck in the toes, exhale, down dog. Let's step through with that right foot, warrior one. Nice 90-degree bend in the knee, bringing these hips round, pressing that back foot into the floor. Arms nice and long, but shoulders down. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And then open into your warrior two. Moving these hips around to the lengthways of your mat, keeping that nice bend in the knee. Squeeze those glutes, gaze towards the right fingertips. And let's just see if we can do a nice little balance into warrior three this morning. So just lengthening the arms forward. Let's take the weight on the right foot. And then lift the left foot behind and see if you can create that T shape. Even if it's just for a moment, even if your foot's just coming off the floor. Let's replace that left foot and reverse the warrior. Gaze towards the right forearm. And then cartwheeling the arms round, back onto the mat, stepping back into your plank. Knees down if you need, chest down, chin down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's do it on the other side. Step through with the left foot. 90-degree bend in that foot. Well done. Checking that foot again is pressing into the floor, bringing these hips round, lengthening the arms. Keep the shoulders down. Really good. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Open into your warrior two. Nice. Again, just check that knee. Lengthen the arms, gaze towards the left fingertips. And then just see if you can come a nice little balance into your warrior three. So bringing these arms, lengthening them, and then raising that right leg. Keep breathing. Beautiful. Let's take that foot down and reverse the warrior. Gaze towards the left forearm. And then let's cartwheel the arms round and down, stepping back. Chest down if you need, knees down if you need. Chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Just enjoy that final down dog. So taking that gaze towards your belly button. Just seeing if you can keep that breath nice and light and easy just for a moment. Inhale, take your gaze towards your hands. Step or jump your feet towards your hands, halfway left. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale for your chair pose. Keep breathing. Let's bring the palms together. Let's take the left elbow over the right side. We're going to do a little twist. Bring the palms together. If you feel that left knee sticking out, just see if you can bring it back. A little twist. Gaze towards the ceiling if you can. Lovely. Let's lengthen the arms. Take it on the other side. So take that right elbow over that left side. Arms together. In towards the chest. You feel that right knee popping out. See if you can bring it back in line. Gaze towards the ceiling if you can. And then lengthening those arms out. Really well done. Squeeze the glutes. Coming all the way up. And release. Well done. Hopefully you got a nice bit of blood flowing through the body. Let's bring the toes together, the heels slightly apart. We'll do dancer. And let's bring the right hand, palm facing out, and then grab the back of the foot from the inside. So it's not on the outside, but the inside. You're going to bring those knees together. You're going to lengthen the left arm. And then you're going to just press that foot into the hand. And just see if you can raise that leg behind you. And as you raise that leg, just allow that body to tilt naturally forward. Pressing the back of the foot into the hand. Lengthening that arm. If you go off balance, just return to the beginning. So bring those knees together. And just trying again. And then releasing. Let's try it on the other side. Really nice and great balancing. So the left hand, that's that left foot from the inside. Lengthen the right arm. And then again, just pressing that foot into the hand. See if you can raise that leg behind you. And allow the body just to naturally tilt a little bit forward. Really nice. And then just releasing that. Opening out. Let's do a nice Trikonasana. Let's really stretch out into these into the sides of the body. So I'll mirror you. Let's take the right foot, 12 o'clock. Left one, just kind of pigeoning in a bit. Hips lengthways to the mat. Arms nice and long. Gaze towards the right fingertips. And then reach towards that right side. Reach, reach, reach. And then extend. Gaze towards the left fingertips, lifting up and out the rib cage. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose, just making sure that hand isn't falling behind you. Beautiful, looking really good. Coming all the way up. And let's just flip those feet around. Left toes pointing at 12, the right one's coming in. Again, just make sure those hips are nice and aligned. Bum isn't sticking out behind you. Arms nice and long, gaze towards the left fingertips. And then reach towards that left side, reach, reach, reach. And then extend and open. Lift yourself up out the rib cage so you're not putting too much pressure on that left hand. Gaze towards the right fingertips. Again, just check the arms not falling behind you, but it's nice and in line. Really nice. Coming all the way up. Let's take a little eagle pose. So bringing the feet together. I'll mirror you, so taking the arms nice and long, the right arm under the left, right leg up and over for your eagle. You're now squeezing everything together, letting the shoulders drop, being wary if you're leaning forward, to see if you can sit back into it. Squeeze the legs together, let the shoulders drop. Really good. Inhale, coming up, and let's just go on the other side. Arms long. This time the left arm under the right, and the left leg coming up and over. And again, sitting into that, mindful if you're leaning forward. Just see if you can sit back into it as if you're sitting on a chair. Bringing those shoulders down. Really good. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Well done. Inhaling, coming up. And exhale, release. Let's take a little low lunge. So just be careful about your any knee aggravation we've got this morning. So just put a cushion underneath your supporting knee if you need to. So I'll do it with you. Let's take the right leg up, and you're letting the left leg go as far behind you as you can. Let's begin by bringing both of our hands on the inside of that right foot, and you're just allowing that left hip to sink towards the floor. Just to begin with, let's open this right leg. You're just allowing that right hip to open out. Again, if that left knee is causing you a bit of trouble, then just pop a cushion underneath. And just take the pressure off just by using your hands to support that knee. And then from here, just bringing that knee back in. Let's take a hand on either side. And you can stay here, just enjoying that, allowing that hip to sink in. Or if you want, you can come into a low lunge, raise the arms up, and just take the chest towards the ceiling slightly. You're in a really low lunge. Allowing the shoulders to drop. Or you're keeping your hands on the floor and just breathing into that hip. And let's take the hands back, step the right foot back, and let's do it on the left side. So bringing that left foot forward and allowing that right one to fall back as far as it can. Let's start by bringing both hands on the inside of the foot. And again, just allow that left hip to open out away from the body. If you're finding that quite easy and you want to bring yourself actually down onto your elbows, you can do that as well. Bringing that leg in, taking the hands on either side, taking the toes if you want. You can just keep this nice low lunge, keeping the hands on the floor to support you. Or you can bring those hands up, lengthen, take the chest towards the ceiling, shoulders down. Really nice. Take the hands back. Let's just step back into our plank. Then we're just going to bring that weight forward. Squeeze the glutes. Lengthen the neck. Really nice. You can stay here, or if you want, just to bring that right leg up just for a moment. And then down, and the left leg. Keep breathing. And down. And let's just bring our knees down. Just take yourself back just for a moment into a little prayer pose, but let's keep it nice and active. Lengthening the arms, lifting the palms of the hands up and just pressing the fingertips into the floor. Forehead down. And trying to take your bum back onto your heels. Great. And then bringing yourself forward. So we're going to take our arms out in front on our elbows, nice and parallel, with the palms flat, spreading those fingers. From here, you're going to tuck the toes, and you're going to raise your bum into a dolphin. It's kind of like a downward dog, but you're on your elbows. Same thing in your downward dog, trying to press those heels towards the floor. And you can stay here, or if you want, again, you can do a little leg raise. And just bringing the left foot towards the center and then raising the right leg up. And then same on the other side. Bringing the right foot into the center and then raising the left leg up. Again, not worrying about how high you can get it. You're just trying to keep the hips nice and square. And just stretching out the back of that leg. Really nice. Bring that foot down, bringing the knees down. And again, just sitting back into either a prayer pose, or you can bring the arms back, give them a rest into a child's pose, and let the shoulders drop towards the floor. Great, bringing yourself through again. We'll just do a nice little up dog. And this time just allow those hips to sink towards the floor. Lifting those arms, so you're really pressing those hands into the floor. So you kind of have the difference between the hips being completely down or lifting those shoulders away from your ears, which in turn will lift the hips up. Squeeze those glutes, take the pressure off the lower back. And again, let's just sit back into our prayer pose or child pose. Bringing yourself back forward. Let's bring our forehead on our hands. So you're laying down on your belly. Give the hips a little shake from side to side. We're just going to do some leg raises on the right leg. So you're just raising the leg up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. One more time. Up and down. Let's take it on the left side. So you're keeping both legs really active. You're squeezing those glutes, lengthen the left leg up and down. Up and down. Up. Nice and down. Lengthen that leg. Up and down. One more time. Really nice. Up and down. And we're going to take both legs this time. Just raising them up and down. Keeping the forehead down. Raising the legs both together. Up and down. And again. Up and down. 2 more times. Squeeze the glutes and down. 1 more time. Up and down. Pressing those hands. Again, sitting back into your child pose or your prayer pose. Bring yourselves up on your knees. I'll give you a few options. You can either, we're going to do camel. So you've got on choice. Let's just make sure those knees are hip width distance. Just look back at your feet. Just make sure that those ankles are nice and parallel in line with the mat and that your ankles aren't going skewiffy. Yeah, pop a cushion under your knees if you need to. And you've got a choice of just keeping the hands just on the lower back. Just opening the chest just slightly towards the ceiling, taking the gaze, squeeze these glutes, pressing the elbows as if they're going to try and touch each other. That's option 1, and you can just stay there. If you want to try full camel, you can bring one hand behind you on your heel, followed by the other. Keep that chest open, allow the head to relax. You're pushing the hips forward, squeezing the glutes. Really nice. If you're in full camel, just bring one hand to the lower back, followed by the other. And then let's just again sit back in our child pose or our prayer pose. So either your arms out in front or down by the side. Forehead to the floor. Great, bring yourself up and let's just take our legs out in front of us, a nice little staff pose. Great, lengthen that spine, lengthen the neck, pressing the heels, the Backs and knees into the floor. Just engage those glutes, so squeezing the bum muscles. And then just really activate those legs. Let the heels lift off the floor if they can. So you're really pointing those toes up towards the ceiling. Let's raise the arms up and lengthen forward. Not worrying how far you can get. Don't worry about trying to touch your toes. The important thing is you're lengthening these legs, keeping them active, pressing the knees into the floor. If you feel that your knees are coming up, just pull it back a little bit. Really nice. See if you can lengthen that spine. Keep breathing. Allow the shoulders to drop. Imagine that someone's got a hand and they're just gently pressing that lower back. You're straightening up right from the lower back. Lovely. And then just let your whole body relax. So allow that spine to curve and the head to relax. And let's just use the gravity and your body weight. And again, have a little play around with keeping those legs active and engaged and then relaxing them. And let's just imagine that with each out breath, that your head is just getting closer towards your legs. Even if it feels like it's really far away, just really use that breath to allow you to relax over, breathing into any tight areas, the back of the legs or the lower back. Great. Bring yourself up. Let's try a little twist. So let's bring the right knee in, right foot right in towards the body, and the knee pointing up. We're going to take the right hand behind you, bit of support. You've got two options. You can try both. The first one is just you're going to inhale the left arm up and take it over that right side as far as you can. You'll inhale, lengthening the spine, and then you'll sort of exhale, twisting slightly. So don't worry about how far around you're getting. Just enjoy that lengthening in the spine and that chest. If you want to try a bind, you can sort of bring that, you got to sort of like twist that arm around. See if you can grab that, bring that arm right in, take the right hand and see if you can meet the left one. I'll just show you from behind. In either position, you're sort of inhaling, trying to lengthen that spine, and then exhale, gently twisting. If you're in the bind, just releasing that twist, and let's take it on the other side. And you might find that one direction is easier than the other. Let's bring that left knee up, left foot really far and as close as it can. Let's take the left hand behind us, and the right arm up and over. So again, kind of wriggling yourself to try and get yourself as far over as you can. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. If you can lengthen that spine, if you want to try the bind, you're bringing that, twisting the hand right round, and then trying to meet it with the other one. If you can't reach the hands, maybe you can just reach around a little bit. Inhale, lengthening, and then exhale, slight twist. Excuse me. Releasing all the gases. Releasing that bind, releasing that twist. Let's take both legs back in front. Take the hands behind us, fingertips towards the bum. And then we're just going to lift those hips up. Lengthening those legs. Nice. Squeeze the glutes. Beautiful. And then release. We'll just go one more time. Lifting the hips up. Lengthening the legs if you can. Yes, really good. And then release. Let's bring ourselves round We're going to do a little fire log. So we're going to stack, I'll mirror you, we're going to stack the right leg on top of the left leg. If that feels too much, if you get any pinching sensation in your knees, let's just take the right leg in front of the left one. So you're either sitting cross-legged, or it's like you're stacking one leg on top of the other. And then from here, whichever position you're in, you're just going to bring that weight forward. Take the elbows down. Allow the head to be heavy. So you're either stacking your right leg on top of the left, and it doesn't really matter if you've gone the other way, or you're bringing that right leg in front of the left one. And you're just leaning into that fire log. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose and just breathing into any space that feels really tight. And coming up, and let's take that on the other side. So this time left leg over the right, or left leg in front of the right. And as I say, one leg might be easier than the other one. You might find that the knee pinches on one side, so don't let that happen. Just bring that leg in front. And again, just use your body weight. Don't press, don't bounce rather, but just allow yourself to relax over into the position. And just see if you can relax that head. And again, just breathing into any tightness. Lovely. Bringing yourself up. Let's take yourself onto your back. We'll do shoulder stand just for a moment. You've got two choices in your shoulder stand, so you can have a little watch first. You can just bring your legs up and just enjoy having those legs up there. If you want to do full shoulder stand, I'll just talk you through it first, then we can do it together. Bring your palms down, you lift the hips up, bring the hands underneath. The important thing is you keep the neck nice and long. You try not to twist it round to look at the camera. Keep that chin tucked in towards the chest. So let's try that together. If you're not familiar, if you know shoulder stand, obviously just go for it. So you can either just raise the legs up, or if you want to go full shoulder stand, use the palms on the back of the floor, press them in, lift those hips, bring the hands underneath the lower back or onto the hips. Keep the chin tucked in towards the chest, squeeze the glutes, and let's imagine that somebody's pulling your feet. And they're just pulling your feet a little bit higher. Just lengthening those legs. Keeping the neck nice and long. Just a few more breaths. And if you're in full shoulder stand, let's bring the knees to the forehead. Take the hands down back onto the floor and allow yourself to uncurl. So pressing the spine into the floor and allowing those legs to come down. And let's plant the feet back down. Just spend a moment just to enjoy that. Allow that blood to come back into the feet. Lengthen that spine, lengthen the neck. And then let's just raise the hips up into a little bridge. So pressing the feet into the floor, keeping the neck long. Pressing that belly in towards the spine. Squeeze the glutes. Press into the floor a little bit more with the feet, just to see if you can raise the hips a little higher. And you can stay here, or if you want, you can bring the right leg up. Again, keep those hips nice and raised. Press into the floor with that left foot. And then release the right leg. And then change for the left. Again, you're pressing in the floor with that right foot so you can raise the hips. Keep the neck long. Lovely. And then release. And slowly let the spine come back down, vertebra by vertebra. And then from here, then if you want, bring your knees in. Sorry, just give yourself a little rock from side to side, a few little circles. Let's plant the feet back down. And what we're going to do is we're just going to open the hips, let the hips fall. So you're bringing the soles of the feet together and you're just letting the hips open out wherever they do, wherever they fall naturally. And again, you're just going to let gravity do the work here. So you're just breathing in to those hips and imagining with each out breath that the hips are just opening even more. And then let's bring the feet up towards the hands, and let's clasp the hands over the soles of the feet. And again, allow the hips to open just for happy baby. And again, you can just rock a little bit from side to side. Just enjoy that. Or you can just be nice and still. And again, just allowing the legs and the hips to open on their own. If your hips are coming up and your lower back's coming up, just see if you can press that lower back into the floor to see what difference that makes. Lengthening the neck, keeping that chin tucked in. Great, and then bringing those knees in. Again, just give yourself a little rock. And we'll just do a nice little twist. So it's taking the legs out long, arms out by the sides. Let's bring the right knee back in towards the chest. And then take that knee over to the left side and the gaze to the right. And if you want to bring your left hand on that right leg to kind of anchor it, you can. And allowing that right shoulder to sink towards the floor. And then just lengthening that right leg. Let's bring the left knee in. Take it over to the right side. Again, if you want to bring that right hand on the left leg to anchor it. Get the gaze to the left. And again, just imagine that left shoulder is sinking into the floor. Really nice. And then bringing both knees into the chest. Clasp the elbows, bring the chin in towards the knees. Squeeze everything. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze. Keep squeezing. And then release. Yeah. Shavasana, your corpse pose. So just let everything go. The legs nice and wide. And the arms nice and wide. Just letting go of everything. Closing the eyes. And just now enjoy your moments of being supported by the floor. I'm going to read a bit of Marcus Aurelius this morning from his book Meditations. All you need are these: certainty of judgment in the present moment, action for the common good in the present moment, and an attitude of gratitude in the present moment for anything that comes your way. In short, control your perceptions, direct your actions properly, willingly accept what's outside your control. When you're ready, just start to bring some awareness back into your body, giving the fingers and the toes a little wriggle. If you want, take your arms above your head, give yourself a big stretch. And then just allow yourself to go over to one side. And in your own time, just bring yourself into a comfortable seated position, keeping your eyes closed. And let's together, from the corners of our homes, inhale, take the arms up towards the ceiling, palms together. Exhale, bring them down towards your heart center. And again, inhaling, arms up, palms together. Exhale, let them come down to your heart center. And one more time. Inhaling, arms up, palms together. Exhale, let them rest at your heart center. And we'll close our class on 3 Oms, followed by Shanti. Inhaling through the nose. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace to our thoughts, peace to our hearts, and peace to the earth. Thank you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. If you are able to donate, you can do that via the website, www.yogawithmariagray.com. Thank you again for all your continued donations. I wish you a pleasant weekend. Hope you have a great Saturday. And if the sun is shining, I hope you get to enjoy it today. Thank you so much. Have a fabulous time. Namaste.